Welcome to This Is a Place. I guarantee you're going to enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
Matt has riled me up, and I've got lots to say about Nashville's current food scene.
This is the place brought to you by We Own This Town, where today on this podcast, we are going to talk about a couple of closings. A place that we tried to go to have some good pizza. Didn't happen. It was closed. We hang out in Hillsboro Village, talk a bit about that. There's a huge menu option restaurant in 12 South called Buttermilk Ranch that we are going to discuss. And I think that's about it,
That's
right?
it.
I mean,
Yeah,
besides
so
our music
so
selections.
definitely hang around
Cool.
for this episode.
Awesome. Let's do it. All right. Welcome to This Is the Place, brought to you by We Own This Town, where we discuss the ever-growing
Lots of growth.
restaurant and bar scene. And not so much the downsizing,
Not
just
so much.
fading away.
Yes. What is it that Neil Young said?
I don't want to grow old. I just want to fade away. Restaurant and bar scene here in Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Matt.
And I'm Mickey.
How's it going, man?
It's going great. It's going so good.
It is a very unusually warm day.
Spring
and
is
the
sprung.
winter.
Already.
It's going to snow next week. You know it will snow
It-
next week. Spring is not
It almost snowed just the other day, and it was 40
the
degrees.
punk groundhog, Punkawachi Blue, whatever his name is. He did see a shadow, I think, which means another 6 weeks of winter. So spring is not sprung.
Everybody,
Definitely.
who knows? I know. It's very odd, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
So,
it is kind of odd, but it feels good. It feels what could be
yeah.
and what is on
the
the horizon.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Dude, I've been to so many places in the short amount of time that we've not been together.
Got a lot of
talked or what have
texts
you.
in the last week of all these places that you're not posting on our Instagram page.
Oh,
I'm going to call you out right now and say it. I know you'll start posting them soon, but yes, you have been to a lot of
I
places.
could need some assistance with the posting on the Instagram and what have you. I don't know. Does anybody really want to see those things?
Yes.
I mean, really.
Yes.
I'm just
Yes.
saying. It's a thing. I mean, I don't.
It is a thing.
I feel like I'm the only person taking a photograph of what I'm eating, and I look around. Well, actually, that's
Everybody
not true.
is doing it.
I feel like I've been out and about quite a bit the past few days, and I've actually seen what would be called influencers or what have you doing things.
Do they have a hat that says influencer across of it?
No, but they're posting stuff while they're actually there, and they're pretty
You
agile
can tell.
at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Anyway, yeah, it's kind of obvious, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But as much as I've been out, I don't know how this episode's gonna go.
It's going to be a great episode.
It's gonna
I feel
be a
good
great
about
episode, but I'm feeling like
it. But where could it go? Who knows?
I feel like the grouchy old man on the other side of the fence.
I like
but-
it. It's been a while since that guy has come out and shaken his fist and rattled
Oh,
his
come on,
stick
come
along
on,
the
come
fence
on, come on,
line,
come on. It's
and
just not
I'm
my-
ready for it.
this
So
is not
let's
my
get right
style.
to it. Let's go ahead. So we were going to try to find a lunch place today, and go on the west side. Well, that's not west side. Hillsboro Village. We're going over there. It's been a while since I hadn't been that long. I was actually there about a week ago to see a movie at the Bell Court, which was fantastic. The first time I'd been to the Bell Court in probably at least a year and a half. I think the last time was when they were doing the outside only shows. And yeah, I was thinking, we can go someplace where maybe we can talk about a place where if we're going to the Bell Court, you can stop in for a drink or a dinner somewhere. So we tried to go to Zaz Pizzeria. And I feel like I talked about Zaz as a place that was opening a couple of years ago. And we walked up to it and it said permanently closed.
Now,
Sign on the door, denied.
I feel bad because I do recall actually walking through the door at some time in the past, but I can't remember whether or not I ate or what have you. I don't know how memorable the food was at that time. But
I mean, I got to say that
kinda
building does not look old.
No, I mean, it's been there for a while. I mean, the building, the structure itself, and the grilled cheesery, I mean, that was
that's
the
been there a
initial.
while. Yeah, right.
And it's the old home of,
It used to be an art.
it's been a few things.
It's been a couple,
Yeah. But I mean, Sunset Grill, remember that back in the day, but yeah, it's gone.
I don't
Just like
know, like, since I haven't been over there and I maybe missed it, I don't know how long it's been closed for, but it seems like, I don't know, I'm
that
totally
long.
guessing, not that long.
Yeah, and just the Hillsboro Village area in general. I mean, there's Fido's still there.
Yeah. I loved Fido's when
Yeah.
I used to go to it when I lived on that side of town. I'm
Even-
sure it's still great.
Well, even now, it seems that they have limited hours. I mean, I've
Really?
been there several times.
Recently?
In the last couple of months. I've been in the Hillsboro Village area quite a bit, and it's been closed. But again, in the evenings, after 2 o'clock or something like that.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's
I don't know, but there are a lot of new additions. If you are a cook, there's an amazing tea and spice shop that's over there that's locally owned and operated. Also, if you're going to watch the game, there's also Double Dogs.
You're right. I mean, holy shit.
mean-
It closes at 2.
Yeah,
It used to stay up until like 7 o'clock at night.
I know some things have changed, man. Why? I mean, you've got Barista Parlor over there too now. I mean, so you got 2 coffee shops there. I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, so things have really, that speaks to
Talk to
what
me
I'm feeling
about
anyway.
Ruby Sunshine.
It is. I feel like we talked about it before. Basically, the deal is it's something that's, I won't say they're competing with the Pancake Pantry, but it's very similar.
Yeah, I know.
With a New Orleans style flavor there. And it's it's got a New Orleans vibe. Breakfast, brunch, that's what it's for. But I feel like it's more so for the new folks in town for breakfast and brunch, or those that
That
are
have no
visiting.
idea what was there beforehand.
Oh, dude. It was a place that you love to go to
To bitch
and
about.
bitch about. It's in the former, it resides on the grounds of what was Jackson's, for those who know.
I miss it so much, but sort of don't miss it.
It was like one of the first places other than San Antonio Taco
Oh, yeah.
Factory
There
that
we
you
go.
could actually go and sit on a patio and kind of have a drink in an
Yeah.
area where things were happening.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
No, it was
now
great.
there are many areas where things are happening.
Right.
Yeah, but those were the early days. That's funny. That's so funny that you bring that up. Yeah. it's gone.
Anyway, yeah.
It's a true statement, though. Yeah.
We were like, okay, well, a bit of doozahs. Wish I could have gone in there to talk about it. Didn't have a chance to. I don't know what's going to go in that place. Have no idea.
No, we'll see what's next.
We walked around. We pondered. We stood outside Ruby Sunshine. Nah, not do that. Fido's, I mean, such a history there. I love it so much. But we're like, we're here to try something new. There's a reason why we were over there. And Nicoletta's was closed. They're closed for lunch, apparently.
Yeah,
Only open in the evening times, I believe.
perhaps. Yeah.
And perhaps, I don't
Yeah.
know, McDougal's, you don't need to talk about McDougal's. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about it. We decided on Anzie Blue, which is directly across the street from the Bell Court. I mean, you turn around and it's right there. And I think it's been around for a couple of years, maybe. I really don't know how long it's been around for. And I think it's not a chain, correct?
Not that I'm aware of, no. I
Yeah.
think it's a new place. I think they're known for their brunches. That's kind of put them on the map. It's one of the places to go to brunch.
What's your quick hot take on Anzie Blue?
Can you imagine a place where ladies lunch during the day?
Yes?
Like, that's kind of what it feels like. I'm thinking like Green
Like-
Hills, Belmeady back in the day.
Sipping mimosas sort of thing?
No,
Like-
they're ladies who get together for lunch.
Yeah,
Because
right,
it was
right.
very
Yeah,
much,
yeah.
it didn't seem like I don't know. And it also,
I mean, to me, when we were in there, it did seem like there were some bandy students there.
yeah,
as well,
I don't,
which
I
is
mean the general
impossible
feel,
not to
I mean
have
the
that.
general feel of the place.
Right.
I'm kind of giving you, I guess it's almost a stereotype. But anyway, it
That's
just,
okay.
it was very, I mean, it's patio furniture inside and
Yeah.
the chairs at the bar. It wasn't that comfortable. It seemed very much, you go in, you have some drinks, somewhere that someone would go in and have drinks with their girlfriends and what have you, and they're in and out.
Yeah.
Felt very Instagrammy, so it wasn't really.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed. With like what they said was probably the best sandwich on their menu or what have you. It just didn't
Right.
seem. So brunch may be the time to go if you're going with other people or what have you. But no.
Yeah, I have to say that I completely agree with you. My sandwich was, I'll be honest, not great. Not great. It was hot. It was served hot, which is great.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like it was a panini that was put through one of those, ovens that goes through slowly, and it's heated. And because
We're spending too much time. It
Are
was
we?
like, somebody could have made the sandwich at their house, and there you go. And it'd be,
Yeah.
but again, that's just me.
But I will say, I liked the bar. I liked how the bar was set up. And so if you want to go have a quick drink
Cocktail.
before you go see your movie at the Belcourt, then do it. I think that's definitely a place I would go back to for that reason. Would not probably eat there again.
Well,
Straight up.
Yeah. Openings and closings. I'm gonna just leave it
right there.
But again, it goes with the whole
Yeah.
thing that underwhelmed, not
Yeah.
really blown
It
away
was,
a bowled over.
it was a little
So-
disappointing.
Have you noticed, did we already talk about this? That maybe the last episode, that there's a place called Snooze that's opening
No.
very soon.
Uh-uh.
Very soon, around the corner.
Where? Around the corner from...
No, I'm saying it's
Anzie Blue?
around the corner, the
Oh.
opening. But Snooze, it's located, it's right beside, actually it might even be a part of, technically, of Hunter Station. Yeah, right there. It's called Snooze A.M. And it's a place that I frequent quite a bit when I was living back in Colorado just a few years ago. And
So it's a chain.
I would say so, but it's very specific. There are only a handful in Colorado that I'm aware of, but it's great because you know me, I'm a breakfast person.
You love your breakfast, you love your
mean,
brunch.
from the bacon. I wouldn't say breakfast. I'm really. It's been
As long as the bacon is not crispy.
true. I don't like crispy bacon, but yeah, Snooze is opening up, so that's an opening that I'm looking forward to be honest.
Okay, what was your favorite thing at Snooze when you would eat in Colorado?
Man, I knew that question was going. I usually would just get pancakes,
Okay.
side of bacon, and some eggs.
So
and
what
they
you're
had-
saying
they
is
had
it
great
doesn't
drinks.
matter what you got. It's
No,
good.
it does. I mean, it's
all good.
Well, everything's good. It's good. They have specialties. They have great cocktails. I don't know, and the place feels good. It kind of felt good. It's like a lot of. It's just one of those places you kind of want to go to if it's early morning and just kind of hang out and get a great breakfast and maybe a Bloody Mary.
That's
You
great.
know? It's
No.
really good. So
No,
yeah,
that's
it
cool.
Could be
I mean, I
fun.
think in East Nashville, there's definitely some breakfast places without a doubt, but it seems like that's bringing something that's needed.
Yeah, I mean, Snooze would be a great place to pop in on a Tuesday morning.
Right.
Which brings me to the next place,
All right. What else
Shep's
you got?
Deli.
Oh, yeah.
They do breakfast.
Yeah, we
brunch,
talked
and
about
they
it.
Also,
I think Michael and I talked about it probably last year whenever
They also
opened.
now do dinner in the evening as well
Right.
too. Mm-hmm. And what did you have when you were there? I mean, were you there for lunch or something like that?
I know. I just got a bagel to go.
Okay, got you. All right, let's talk about the bagels. Great place for bagels.
Really, really good.
Did you know they have a bagel happy hour
No.
from 1:30 to 2:30 every day?
Really?
$1 bagels.
No shit.
Yeah, now
Really?
that's a reason to show up.
That
yeah.
is some good information
yeah.
right there.
That's a reason to show
Yeah,
up.
totally. 1:30 to 2:30 on
Yeah.
Tuesdays or every day?
1:30 to 2:30
Every day?
Every day.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, and my experience has been most of the time when I drive by or would attempt to go in, it wasn't possible. I'd been turned away many times because
Not ideal parking over.
that's not keeping people away. I'm just saying
Well,
that they were
right.
very busy and there was either a line or extremely long wait or they were closing. It was on my list of places to go. So I happened to make it in on a Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. First in the door. And I feel like I saw the menu when they first opened up. It looked great.
Yeah,
You know?
no, definitely.
This time, though, it was a little different. It felt like it was a Saturday afternoon, and I had just flown into Nashville from who knows where to check out all the sites and everything in Nashville. And I wanted to have a Nashville breakfast at one of the places that's way over the top and do
People
all
were
this
talking
stuff.
about. And,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it felt like. A giant pancake with mac and cheese in it.
Oh, my
I don't
God.
know that that's something
What?
that I want to have. Yeah, there were a lot of. The menu
Really?
seemed to be geared towards folks that were coming in and this was their big shot for breakfast and they were going off to have a great day and you're going to have to work it off.
Or have a long nap.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking as I was going through the menu. I was like, I'd like to order. Maybe I won't order any of these things because I have to go to work later. I got like
On paper, it looks fantastic, but once you really start to think about it,
yeah.
you're like,
Well, basically, it's a lot of, not a bad thing, a lot of food.
yeah.
And I could see two people going and maybe splitting something, whatever, but it was just overwhelming.
Okay.
And that seems to be the reoccurring.
It wasn't like that originally, I don't think.
Well, just the menu. No, the menu seemed to be kind of straightforward and kind of just like a deli.
Like a deli.
But
as it should be.
something changed. I mean, I'm
I
pretty
wonder
sure.
if they changed chefs.
I don't know. I'm sure I didn't get the Sunday brunch menu, Saturday, Sunday brunch menu. I'm sure
Yeah,
that wasn't
it
it.
was
I don't know
just-
what it was. All I know is like check out the menu and it was quite surprising. I was like, should I get mac and cheese with the what? I don't understand what this is.
Oh
How
my
is this
gosh.
possible?
It's interesting to say the least.
I don't know. It is. I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
There's this thing where you'll show up to a restaurant.
Do you feel like it's some restaurants trying to like somehow, I don't want to say one up or outdo another restaurant's menu that they see as competition, or you think it's, or we're giving a unique experience no matter what?
When you go somewhere and you visit a city, say you're on vacation or whatever, you're gonna look and do that short little browse of where to go, and there's a specific place that you would go to. For instance, if we talk about the Pancake Pantry, it's a Nashville staple. They have great pancakes.
They've been doing it a long time. They know what they're doing.
They've got a lot of items on the menu, but arguably, they're fantastic. It's not bad.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And they're not doing it to try to, I don't know who.
They're not doing it for the Instagram page.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if that's even a thing, but I'm thinking like the location, is that the reason why the menu's the way that it is? And are people in the neighborhood going? That's the other thing. It's like you live in East Nashville. Are you walking up the block to go to Shep's Deli for breakfast or just to grab a bagel and get out of there? Or,
Probably just to grab a bagel
some
and get out of there. I
slices.
mean, that's what I...
Yeah, I don't know. Lately, I'm getting just...
Come on, grumpy old man. Come out.
Oh, dude,
Come out.
That's just grumpy guy. How about that?
Oh,
I have no
okay.
children.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. No. But anyway,
That's nothing.
so
Okay.
I don't know. There's just like this thing. There's so much.
I get it. No,
stuff.
I get what you're saying. I mean, it is overwhelming.
I'm
That's
not,
why I kind of said that at the beginning when doing the intro. I mean, it does seem like that.
Well,
It's kind of a bit much.
But it appeals to someone. It's working because there's always a line.
Well, it appeals
outside the
to people
place.
because there's more and more and more and more people coming, whether it's on
true. It's
vacation,
true.
just
It's
to
true.
be here a couple of days or be here for a little while.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And that's why there's room for all this. Anyway, talking about a menu that seems a little
okay.
kind of
So,
different or a little much or
The first
how
time
they've changed.
The first time you went to the Cheesecake Factory, tell me about it.
Well,
Do it.
you read my mind earlier.
me.
You read
Tell
my
me.
mind
Go,
earlier when
go.
you were talking about.
You need to
Okay.
go because
All
that's
right.
kind of where.
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
I'm getting that feel.
No, that's a me. Okay, yeah. First of all, I'll go ahead and say it right now. There is absolutely no fucking reason to go to the Cheesecake Factory ever. Maybe never. But everybody's gone at least once.
But you tell
Yes.
me your first. Tell me your. How many times have you been?
I mean, I think I went. I don't know with my church group when I was like 20 something
Okay.
somewhere in Atlanta. I don't know. I don't know. 3 or 4 times.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so first time, what was it like?
Holy shit. Oh my God. They have this? Wait a second. You can get this?
Yeah.
No. There's 4 more pages.
How not fun would it be if you were sitting at that table with 10 people?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
more. I mean, that was always the experience.
Right.
And there are 1,000 things on the menu to choose from.
Yeah.
But
It's ridiculous.
the name on the building says cheesecake,
Right.
which I also have an issue with because I'm kind of like, when, I can tell you when, it was in the mid-90s. When did we go to not serving cake, chocolate icing, yellow cake with chocolate icing as a dessert into cheesecake? In the mid-90s somewhere. I don't know. Cheesecake became the thing and it's everywhere.
It's not even that big a thing.
I know all I'm saying. But anyway, so it's cheesecake. So they had
Yeah.
and then
So-
when it came to the cheesecake, there was lots of options.
Yes. Yeah.
But that is a tidal wave of things to choose from. Is that what this is all about? Is that where we are now?
I mean, I don't think so, but I think you're about to talk about a restaurant that's maybe gonna.
I am. So the
Gonna
Cheesecake
bring that
Factory.
question up.
The Cheesecake Factory. I remember going as when I was a much younger person.
Yeah.
And then also going because it was other folks' favorite place to go and what have you.
Yeah.
And continuing to try. But I never found, it was never appealing to me. And I remember the places that I went to the Cheesecake Factory. One in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I remember
the one in-
specifically going there.
Yeah.
I feel like there was one in California too that I went to. And there's also one in a place where it's the mall to go to.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Cheesecake Factory at the mall in Green Hills, correct?
There is. Yeah.
So-
I've been to it.
All these places that I'm thinking about where these cheesecake factories are, what's the rent for those particular buildings?
It's
is what I'm
probably,
thinking.
I would imagine, a lot.
Is that the reason that you put 10,000 things on your menu? in order, and it's not cheap either if you go to the Cheesecake Factory. It costs
It's
a
not.
little bit of money, and it always has.
You got to have big freezers to have all that shit and available
But
for
that's
you to
the
eat.
thing is like, how do you get to a favorite thing when there's so many different
We're
options?
getting a little in the weeds.
No, I'll bring it back. If you feel that that's the case, I'll bring it back. Somewhere that has been kind of not fully open. They were just kind of doing grab and go items for quite a while.
Yeah.
And it happens to be on the list of one of the most exciting new restaurants that's around the corner that has opened. It's on Eater's list of new restaurants to try.
Exciting new restaurants.
Yes, and it's got a great name. Walking by on 12 South, which I've been strolling, been over there for drinks just the other day, and Buttermilk Ranch. I was like, what's that? So Buttermilk Ranch, that is the place that has opened up recently. And if you look at the menu, which I kind of went sight unseen, I popped in. It was brunch on a weekend. It was extremely busy. I would say it was at their peak time. And there was quite a bit of a wait as well, too. And you get up to the pastry counter, everything looked phenomenal. So I could understand why they could keep going and keep that anticipation up. The restaurant's finally fully open. It's operated by the folks that also run Urban Grub, which is not one of my favorites. I've been to Urban Grub, and I always
I will say
kind of struggle to find out what the appeal was. And I think you've been there, and there was something that you
well,
really liked.
the appeal for Libby and I before we had kids, because I don't know if we've been back there since. Honestly,
How long has that been?
It's been a minute.
That's how long it's been.
But anyway, this was before Henrietta Red. This was before I don't know what else, but they had an oyster bar.
Okay.
Right there.
Yes.
And I mean, you really couldn't find a true oyster bar in town for the most part. And as much as I didn't care for the rest of Urban Grub, the oyster bar was great. And so we went there on occasion because I love oysters and, it was good. Anyway, they've opened Buttermilk Ranch, which serves breakfast and lunch. It's a bakery. You went to it.
Wait, you haven't been there.
I haven't been there. You tell me
It's a
about it.
brunch place. The thing is like, yes, I did go, and everything looked phenomenal. It was amazing. But there's so many things on the menu. My first question is, how can someone do more than
Right.
4 things really good? You know what I mean?
Really good.
There's so many things on the menu. It was like reading a short story, maybe, if even that. Just the sides, there were 27 different sides.
Wait. What?
Yes, 27 different separate side items if you wanted to get them individually. My thing is, you could just open a restaurant up doing just the sides. And then underneath, there were sauces as well, too, for various different things. And there were probably at least 15 different sauces.
Wow.
From fancy mayo to this, that, or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, it was
It's
not.
a lot.
It was a lot. I mean, I sat at the bar. It's a beautiful space. They've done an amazing job. It was a beautiful day, and it looked the same way inside. Long wait, and I happened to walk by the kitchen area where all the food was coming out. I turned around, and I was just like, wow, everything looked amazing coming out of there. And I remember asking, I sat at the bar, I remember asking someone behind the bar, it's like, what are those things? Because I know they had biscuits, but there was something that was about the size of a square hamburger bun and rather large. And I was like, what is that? And they're so new. They'd only been open for about 3 weeks. The person didn't know what it was. They had to go ask. And it was hella busy. And I didn't want them to go ask because I was just kind of like, let me order, let me get in, let me get out, or what have you. But it was their gluten-free.
Well, it's a lot of items on the menu to memorize. And just by sight alone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I guess where I was, there was a separate menu, but nobody explained that. I don't know. Long story short, there's a lot of things on the menu. I had
a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. You might need to go and explore and roll the dice.
Well, let's talk about what you had.
Oh, I had like this cube. It was called a cube. Some type of cube.
Was it a
breakfast
pastry?
sandwich. It was
a breakfast sandwich?
It was kind of a combo. It was a square, almost looked like a square bun, about this thick. Not you can't see that, but it was a croissant. It was almost like a croissant with, you had eggs. You had this applewood bacon, applewood sausage.
Yeah, sounds good.
And with some jam.
Yeah.
It sounded amazing. But it tastes like nothing. That's terrible. So, and I looked to my left and right. everyone had gotten something really interesting.
Sure.
Their take on Eggs Benedict was to my right and to my left. There was some type of sandwich that had like squash on it and what have you. It looked amazing. The drinks that were coming out behind the bar were they looked really good. But
it doesn't matter if it doesn't taste good.
But I don't know. I mean, again, it was one item that I had when there are hundreds, literally hundreds of items on the menu. One item that I had, and I can't tell you if
so
it was
you're
good
from
or
the
bad.
South. I'm from the South, and I'm just looking at their menu, and maybe I've heard this before, but have you ever heard Southern lard bread?
I imagine it's bread that they make that has something to do with some lard. Which is when you're making biscuits, you got to have lard if you're going to make really good biscuits.
Well, right.
But
is that?
what does that sound like?
It's just funny. I don't know.
I know, yeah, but is that?
It just sounds like trying too hard, is what it sounds like.
You said it best. That's what I would say. I'm not saying don't go try it.
Yeah, no, I want to go there. I mean, just looking at the menu, I mean, I will go there to try.
I mean, but look at the menu ahead of time and decide what you're going to have.
I definitely see how the Cheesecake Factory got brought up at the beginning.
Dude, but my point is, though, all those items, I mean, it's like over the top. Is it to pay the mortgage or what? Because
I can't imagine what the overhead is.
That's what I'm saying. So is that prohibitive for someone who wants to open a restaurant or what have you?
I would think so, but
hence food trucks, hence pop-ups and what have you.
That's why you have all these hospitality companies that have the capital, I guess, to try these things out. And if it doesn't work, is it a write-off?
Well,
I don't
this is
know.
not the case. They only have 2 restaurants, Urban Grub and this one.
Right, okay.
But, I mean, prime location.
Yeah, I mean, Toll South.
Prime location. They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
They're going to be fine. But just that, man. I mean, it looks so good, but yet I don't know that I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to that thing that's amazing. So I look forward to hearing what your take is.
Yeah,
on
I'll definitely visit and have another discussion about if they're doing
I'm
whatever
sorry.
it is that they're doing.
I don't see you going to 12 South for anything.
I was there
last
Sunday because we went to dinner because there was a place that used to be on the east side that got destroyed in a tornado.
Okay.
And we loved going to Burger Up on the east side. And we hadn't been since the tornado and don't like to go to 12 South. And your assumption is correct. You haven't been east. I mean, 12 South anytime soon. And just by luck would have it, we went to Burger Up last week and it was great. I was really glad we went.
But yeah, anyway. I mean, long story
short.
But
normally, yes, you're correct. I would not be going to 12 South.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that because I know you. But yeah, definitely check out Buttermilk Ranch and let me know how you feel about it.
Because, I would love to hear somebody say, hey, this on the menu is fantastic. You should try this.
Yeah, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. And I realize I'm going to have to go back several times. It's not a one take, but I don't even know that is not going to happen. That's all I'm saying. It's just not going to happen. I feel bad. I hate to say that, but there's so many other things to do, whether it's mafiosos, Josephines, or what have you. Oh, if you do go, just like they said when I walked up and it was extremely busy on a Saturday for brunch, you may want to try us on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So go and check it out when it's not as busy and check it out.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of other new options in that area that are pretty good as well too. So check it out. I don't know. This brings us to your taste in music, Matt.
Oh, we're going there already.
Give it to me. Time is whipping away here.
All right. Yeah. Well, there's something that I've listened to quite a bit lately, and I really, really enjoy it a lot, and it is by a Welsh artist named Cate Le Bon. I was familiar with her just because...
Producer?
Well, yeah, her and Bradford Cox from Deer Hunter collaborated on a project a couple years ago. I'd never heard of her prior to that. I think that was probably 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly. And it was cool. I mean, it wasn't like the best thing ever, it wasn't better than like, the sum of the parts in terms of like, I've heard better Deer Hunter records.
I think I read about this. That's why I'm excited. I'm thinking I'm out of the loop, but come on.
No. So anyway, I was a little familiar with her, but she just put out a new record called Pompeii. And again, I'd only referenced that collaboration that she did.
Yeah.
And man, it is really, really, really cool. I would say if you had to twist my arm and I was on a desert island and you say, you have 3 artists you can listen to the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I have R.E.M., I have Coltrane, and I have David Bowie.
Oh.
Right? I mean, if you know me, that's not surprising at all. And Cate Le Bon really, really is in the spirit of, especially this new record, I would say like Ashes to Ashes, David Bowie air kind of vibe. And it's great. Like she is really, I mean, she's definitely more, I would say, on the maybe avant-garde art pop, but the big word being pop. I mean, she really, and that's where I think she intersects well with David Bowie. She has these really cool instrumentation, but they're still, at the core, still sort of pop songs. But there's all sorts of interesting things going on her song, in her songs. And man, I've really, 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 really been into her new record that just came out. And I will say, like, it's a pretty mid-tempo record. It's not like, it doesn't have kind of, as weird as Bowie could get, there was a lot of times, especially in the 70s, that undercurrent of soul R&B that you would hear. Not so much with this, and it definitely is more maybe, I would say, closer to the Eno-esque stuff that Bowie did, mentioned like Lodger, Ashes to Ashes. But great record, but I would say the last 2 songs on this record, Pompeii, man, like to end a record with maybe 2 of the best songs on the record takes a lot of guts. I mean, the whole record's amazing, but listen to it because you will be rewarded if you listen to the whole record. Anyway, it's great.
I'm excited. I'm definitely going to have to check it out because recently I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about recording with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were out in Iceland and they were recording records. So I'm like, I know who this is.
Yeah.
And you just now tell me that, yes.
Awesome.
And so I'm looking forward to listening to the record because she was just assisting someone make a record. That was
Yeah. So this record, and actually the record before Reward, is amazing as well. Anyway, dive into Cate Le Bon. You'll be very happy you did. What about you, man?
Me, the only thing that I'm looking forward to, and I think a lot of folks are, is just reading the book Dilla Time.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I read that excerpt about Q-Tip, how he found Dilla, basically. It's amazing. I mean, it's, oh, my gosh. And the amazing thing is people just hearing, like, 2 of his tracks and, like, whether it was the Far Side or whether, I don't know, the De La guys or whatever, and being like, where the fuck did this guy come from?
Yeah.
And he was just a kid from Detroit. Anyway, I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited to read that.
I'm looking forward to digging into that. Now, our time is up, my friend.
That's okay.
And I promise, the next episode, I will tell you where I've been. I mean, I've been to a lot of places. And there's a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Yeah, I think we got some things pretty well mapped out for the next couple of months.
Yeah, and if you guys possibly want to follow along on your own and explore, go to Cleveland Park and check out what's going on over there. There are several new places that opened up. I'll be talking about this next time.
That's exciting.
Check it out.
I can't wait, man.
And just Meridian Street is turning in the place to eat. From high to middle range, everything. I mean, there's a wide variety of places. But anyway, lots of exciting things on the horizon.
Well, can't wait to hear what you have to say next time. So remember, eat up, drink up, and if anybody asks, this is the place to be. We'll see you. Bye.
This is The Place is brought to you by We Own This Town. Find the show on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you stream podcasts, and subscribe. Be sure to follow the show at This Is The Place, THA, on Instagram and Twitter. Find out more about the show at thisistheplace.show on the web.